Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Here I'm going to explain and develop and deploy the Hello World application in my local and as well as in Cloud Hub. So before that, if you are very new that, so this is a video is all about. So first of all, I am going to explain what is a MuleSoft. Then I'm going to explain how to do development on MuleSoft application and how to deploy a MuleSoft application in local and in Cloud Hub. Okay, so let me first explain what is a MuleSoft. So MuleSoft is Enterprise Service Bus, ESB. And what is the ESB? ESB is, we can say that we have a integration pattern, enterprise integration pattern, and MuleSoft is one of the ESB who implemented those patterns. So there are around 60 pattern there. If you search online, then you will able to find all enterprise integration pattern, and MuleSoft is one of the ESP who implemented those pattern. And why those pattern MuleSoft implemented? Because we have an enterprise integration requirement, business requirement, enterprise business requirement, where basically we want to move a data from one system to another system in a real time. And there are, and for example, we want to move bulk data from one system to another time in one time. So one time load or real time load, or hosting an application like hosting a web service, so web service or API. And there are many things available in enterprise integration pattern. For example, puffs up pattern, for example, fire and forget, we push message to the queue and we will not wait for the response. Okay, those are the kind of integration, enterprise integration pattern. Those basically implemented by MuleSoft ESB. There are other ESB also present. For example, Dell Mumi, Fuse, Apache Camel, and there are some of ESB who also implemented those pattern. So but here, what is a MuleSoft? MuleSoft is a lightweight. Yes, this is a very we can say the word is lightweight enterprise service bus. So which basically connecting JMS web service. Basically we can connect any JMS, ActiveMQ, RabbitMQ web services. We can expose SOAP API. We can also consume a SOAP services, JDBC, the databases who basically align with JDBC compliance. We can connect those databases and we can perform insert, select, calling, store procedure, delete, update operation, HTTP. We can also make a communication over HTTP and HTTPS and more. So ESB, as you know that ESB is enterprise service bus who implemented enterprise integration pattern. Okay, and what MuleSoft can do? So basically these are the things MuleSoft can do: that service creation and hosting, service mediation, message routing, data transformation. So the data transformation, we have a data view language which basically help us to transform a data. And message routing, for example, we receive a request from one system and we need to forward this request to multiple system, or based on the condition we want to transfer a request to the one particular system. So those basically message routing, we are able to do that. So we have understand that what is a MuleSoft, but how to develop MuleSoft application. So let's move to the another video, another part of this video. So basically we have Eclipse based integration tool. I can say that name is Anypoint Studio. That Anypoint Studio basically help us to develop our MuleSoft application locally, and we can test those application while deploying into embedded server which is provided by default in this Anypoint Studio. And we can write our unit test cases inside that. And this Anypoint Studio is embedded with Exchange. What is Exchange? I will explain you that Exchange, and it is also integrated with Cloud Hub, MuleSoft Cloud Hub, Anypoint platform, where we can host application, where we can apply security, we can manage our runtime. So it is integrated with this. So let me open Anypoint Studio. So as you can see that here it is Eclipse based integration, and we can run our application in locally. We can configure file, we can create a mule domain, and we can run our application, embedded unit testing framework, and it is support to deploy Cloud Hub. So those are the kind of very basic thing. This is all about the basic knowledge of Anypoint Studio. That's why I'm not going too deep. But let me download. So as you can see that this is the link. When you click on this link, and it will basically ask some information. Let me put those information. When you click to download button, it will basically download. My download is started. As you can see that it is size is 1.9 GB. Yes, so it is. Let me show you. So we have successfully downloaded Anypoint Studio, and that Anypoint Studio we will be using for developing our Mule application. So let me create one folder in C drive. So it can be a kind of good practice. So basically stored the Anypoint Studio, basically unzip in Anypoint Studio in the C drive. So I've created this folder. I'm going to basically unzip Anypoint Studio here. Okay, and it is very easy to just go there and just start the Anypoint Studio. Okay, so let me do that. Right click, 7-zip, extract files. Let me choose folders. Folder would be this one. Okay, let me delete this because there is a Anypoint Studio folder by default coming. As you can see that Anypoint Studio folder. It is unzipping using 7-zip. Yes, it is successfully opened. So let me go there and let me click on Anypoint Studio. Yes. I simply just click on start Anypoint Studio because it is not something like we need to install. It is something like we need to download zip file and uninstall and unzip using 7-zip. You can use the Windows unzip also. So once it is once basically it is we click on that, so we will get one dialog. It is asking for workspace. So basically it will be using this location is ultimately using for creating our project. So let me create one workspace here. So I'm going to create a workspace here and my workspace like Anypoint Studio workspace 11, for example. This folder I've created. Let me copy the location and pasting here and launch. Once it is launched, you are able to see basically this page. Let me continue Studio. So this basically, as you can see that a whole pages with multiple things are here. For example, this is a Mule palette. This is the project explorer, and this is the basically I can say view. Here we are going to basically do our development. So let me first create a new project. So name would be Hello World App -1. Okay, as you can see that by default it is coming with Mule runtime 4.4.0. I am not doing anything, just finish. Yes, as you can see that my project is successfully created and it's showing here. So all project in Anypoint Studio, we can say, or we can say Mule 4 and Anypoint Studio 7 on 7 onwards, all project are must be POM project. So as you can see that the by default pom.xml is coming, and this pom.xml basically responsible for your building the project. As you can see that we have a plugins here like Mule Maven plugin. This plugin we will be using for building our project, cleaning our basically building and deploying our projects. This Mule Maven plugin is used. And if we go below that, so as you can see that those are the dependency So a Mule runtime, when we deploy our application to Mule standalone runtime or Mule runtime, so there is a basically core thing. So those are the core thing. For those core thing, for like batch, component, endpoint is a scheduler, error handling, flow control, scope, transformation. I'm going to make a video for every like core thing one by one, and these things come by default in the Mule runtime. But as you can see that we have just created a dependency, basically defined one dependency, Mule HTTP connector and Mule socket connector. So it is mean that those module, HTTP module and socket module is not coming in Mule runtime. We have to basically import those module. Once we import those module, we will able to see those modules here. It is not come by default in the Mule runtime. We have to explicitly uh, zip those library and jar into with the project, then those module will work. Okay, because in Mule runtime we have a support for those modules. Okay, so in this project, in Hello World projects, as you can see that MuleSoft is ESB. Okay, and Anycon Studio we will be using for development. So in MuleSoft ESB, we can hosting the application, we can write syncing logic, or we can write bulk logic and real-time logic, pops up pattern. There are multiple enterprise integration patterns. So basically, those kind of business requirement we can develop here. Okay. So, but now I'm going to explain. I'm going to hosting one REST API through MuleSoft. Hosting a REST API. For that, we need a HTTP listener. So this basically, when consumer sending a request, so this listener is basically listening our request. So uh, let me create configuration. As I'm going to deploy my application on 8081, I will explain you why. Okay, so and my base path is -API. Okay, and now, for example, this is a query. We can say this is app info, app info. Okay, app info path. So we have done the configuration of HTTP listener, because we are going to develop one REST API. We are going to host this REST API using MuleSoft. But here are multiple things are present in the palette code runtime. Those are the basically things when we need in the more logic. But now we don't need much logic, but we need a hosting a API, REST API. So for that we need a transfer message. Once a consumer call our API, what would be our response? So for that we are going to transform message. We are going to use a transform message, and here we are going to construct our response. So this is a kind of view. You can see that it is coming like this way. The data view we are using 2.0. This is the version. And what is a MIME type? What is output generated? We are going to generate from this data view. This is defined by this one, JSON. I'm going to generate JSON, and what message would be hello world. Okay. So let me deploy this application here. So my application is deployed. Let me clear log and let me call my application. So this is the listener. This is the HTTP listener, and we are going to send HTTP request from consumer side. So for example, let me explain you some basic thing. This is basically message flow. So here you can see the UI. But if you can go to global configuration, so all global thing you can see here. And what is the global thing? Means any kind of configuration. This is the HTTP configuration we created. We can create, for example, any other configuration like property files. For example, if we need to read up some property files, so we can read from here. We can import other beans, other XMLs configuration. So those are the kind of the default thing coming along with in the global element. And so whatever we are basically designed here in UI along with in the global element. So if you want to see the raw XML, what XML is generated behind that, so that's how we can go to the configuration XML, and we can see that this is the basically XML is generating. So as you know that my application is deployed, how to access my application? So I'm going to check first configuration, what configuration I've given. So I've given host 0.0.0 and port number is 801, base path is API, okay. And what is the path of my application? Path of my application info, okay. So let me click on plus local host colon 8081 slash API slash app info, okay. So let me click on send button. So as you can see that I have sent a request here and I'm got the response because that response is written by my API. Yes, and you are thinking about this method basically. As of now, this listener we have not configured any allowed method here because it will accept all method. For example, if I make to post and provide a body, for example, body JSON like Sheikh Moinuddin as a JSON, then it will also accept my request and we are getting a response. So we can base, as you can see that I'm sending a post request and I'm sending a body Sheikh Moinuddin. So simply we can read those payload here, and if we want to do some modification on it, we are able to do those modification and the response will be returned. So for example, hello world plus plus space plus plus payload, okay. So I'm returning what is coming, hello world plus plus space and plus plus payload, okay. So let me check, it is deploying my application. My application is successfully deployed. So as you can see the hello world Sheikh Moinuddin. So we can perform operation on over input. We can write a multiple condition routing control basically. So those we can do that, but this is a very basic hello world project. That's why I have just deployed and I tested that. And let me start the part second of this video. In this video, we are going to deploy our application to Cloud Hub. So I'm going to export this project. So we just need to go right click and export project, and we need to just go to Mule and we have to choose this basically option, Anypoint Studio project to Mule deployable archive. And once we do that, it will let me choose desktop, so it will be exported into desktop and finish. Yeah, so let me show you jar file here. This is the jar file is exported, and this jar file we are going to deploy it into Cloud Hub. So in order to deploy Cloud Hub, we need basically account in Cloud Hub. So while this is the basically Cloud Hub URL, but it would simply this one. Let me enter this is a Cloud Hub URL. So as of now, let me just sign out. So you just need to create account here. You need to provide a full name, email ID, phone number, company name, and whatever basically username and password you need to provide. Once you do that, so you are able to log in. So let me log in here. So okay, so once you sign up that, you are able to see this page, the welcome page. In the welcome page, these are the some things I will explain you later, but runtime manager is the one from management center. We are going to deploy our application, so I simply click on runtime manager. Once you click on runtime manager, because here we are deploying our application, so by default there are two environment coming, design and sandbox. We are going to deploy our application into sandbox. Okay, so deploy application. So here we will give like the name. Let me just copy name here. Okay, let me check. It is okay. It is already occupied. Let me just my username have 14. Okay, it is not occupied, so we have just provided this name. And where we want to deploy, here you can see multiple deployment target, but now we are going to deploy our application to Cloud Hub. Upload file from where? From our desktop, which we have generated here. Okay, and these are the many things like if your If your project having some environment variable, you can define here. Okay, this is the runtime. Here these are the runtime, and this is the worker and worker size and workers. Those are the other things. And so I will explain you in the later video, in the advanced video. But the worker size is nothing but memory of mule runtime which is allocated, and worker is nothing but how many instance you're going to deploy your application. So as of now, 0.1, we will be having one EC2 instance which heap memory is 500 MB for 0.v course, and one worker means we are going to deploy our application to one worker. Okay, yes. So I just click on deploy. So once you do that, you're able to see the logs here. Yes, so as you can see that our application is started, and this is green. So how to access our application? So we simply go to application and click our application, and by default dashboard is open. So this is URL of our shared load balancer. There are two load balancers, shared and DLB, but as we have deployed our application to public VPC, that's why we need to access our application to shared load balancer. And as we have deployed our application to 8081, it means that we have to access our application on HTTP, not HTTPS. So those are the something. Basically there are some thing I will cover on an advanced video, but this is a Hello World application, that's why I have explained. So let me copy this load balancer URL. So HTTP, yes, because I deploy my application on 8081, and host of load balancer. We can see URL of load balancer, and the rest thing will be as it is. Let me click on send button, and as you can see that we have got response. So this is all about from my side in order to explain the very basic what is a MuleSoft, basic what is the Anypoint Studio, how to download Anypoint Studio, unzip, create a Hello World application, deploy Hello World application in local, and export a jar file, and create account in Anypoint platform, and then upload a jar file in order to deploy jar file in Runtime Manager under Management Center. In Runtime Manager, we are deploy our application to Sandbox, and we have access our application to shared load balancer because we have deployed our application to public VPC, because there are concept of public and private. I explain you later. And guys, please subscribe this channel and like and share. We will meet in next video very soon. Bye.